And this is the global forecast for July 2025, brought to you by the wonderful people at AskTheAnswer.com, the UK's leading website for tarot readers, psychics, mystics and channelers. This month is split into 3 separate periods. In the first week of July, it's almost as if there's a sense of pregnancy. It's almost as if everything is fertile, waiting for something to suddenly give birth. And there's not a lot going on in the real world, just lots of hints and promises. And then we get into the second week of July. Uranus will move into Gemini. Neptune will go retrograde, although it's going retrograde in the first week of July, actually. And Saturn will go retrograde. So all change. All change. There's going to be some big shifts in the second week of July, which are going to change the balance, upset the equilibrium. And then as we get into the second half of July, there's a crunch new moon. The new moon on the 24th of July in Leo, yes, it's sextile Uranus, just moved into Gemini. Great, stimulating and exciting. Yes, it's trine Saturn and Neptune at the start of Aries. Fantastic. Lots of new ideas, lots of creative imagination about how new boundaries and structures can be. And then it's opposite Pluto, sting in the tail. There's going to be a lot of vested interest on the parts of people who want things to stay the same, who may try inappropriate or unethical, amoral methodology to sabotage new futures. And in many ways, July is going to kind of symbolize the struggle between the old and the new. There's so much potential here. We do have a Mercury retrograde in July. Mercury retrograde shadow is starting on the 2nd of July. And the Mercury retrograde is happening in Leo, in the first half of Leo. But we're not going to see an end to it until the last week of August. We won't see the exit of the shadow. So nothing that happens in July at the global level, we're not going to see the permanent outcomes or the repercussions until the end of August. But there are fundamental core changes coming up at this time in a way that's going to bring surprising results. And it's not going to happen in the normal ways. It may happen in the existing places in the world where there's a lot of potential change ripe for action, but it's not going to happen the way we think it is. There's something new coming in. And there's a groundswell of fresh starts. I think the world's going to be quite a different place in a month's time, and in 2 months' time, by the end of August, we're going to start beginning to see how different futures are beginning to settle into place. This July 2025 is definitely one of those months where I say, suck it and see. And don't make any long-term commitments. Catch you next month, world. Bye.